Hi Capricorn, welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here and thank you for sharing your energy with me. The message that comes out today is the message that you need to hear. I have asked Spirit to give me a clear and concise message. I will pull from the tarot after I pull from the oracle. I'll pull two of these, kind of get an overall feel for the energy, and then I'm going to pull from the tarot and do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Like I said, whatever message Spirit wants us to hear will come out. And I did bring out two more oracles that I'll pull at the end to get additional messages from Spirit as well. So let's see what we have for you. We have poised and co-create. Okay. So poised is about like being ready. It is about kind of, not taking off just yet, but you're kind of like on the edge of it. Like you're just poised there. Let's see. Read that for you. 48, poised. Being ready, bringing something to light, and being at your best. Confidence. And then co-creating is where you are co-creating with others or with Spirit to bring in manifestations. And that could be different for each of you. So we'll get into the tarot and see what's going on here. So I definitely feel like you are, like you're ready, like you're poised and ready. You've been co-creating with the universe and you're ready for something to come to light here, or you're ready for something to come into fruition, whatever this is that you've been working on here, Capricorn. So we'll get in the tarot and find out for sure. And it could be different for each of you. You could, it is general reading, so you could be, building something like some type of community. You could be building a business, whatever that is for you. So we have the 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, the Devil, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, 7 of Wands, the Emperor, Justice, King of Wands, and the Hierophant. I love it. Underneath we have the King of Cups. So yeah, there's definitely some toxicity, maybe some attachments, obstacles in your way, but it's definitely going to clear up. So we'll get more into this, but I just feel like you're so ready to co-create and you're ready to, do something different here. So we have the King of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't mean you're dealing with a water sign. It could just be the energy that you're sitting in here. So the King of Cups is very emotionally balanced, emotionally mature. He is very compassionate, very empathic here. He is like the more feminine, masculine, but he is just that emotional intelligence. He's kind of like he's a very compassionate leader, but he's like an advisor or some type of, counselor. So the situation here is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is about competition, challenges. It's about conflict, obstacles. So I definitely feel like there are some obstacles that you're dealing with, some challenges that you're going through. The blockage here is the 9 of Wands, which is like persevering, being defensive. This is like, close to burnout here. They call it the wounded warrior. He has like the bandage on his head here. So I feel like the blockage here is that you're just, you're at you're at the end of this and you're tired. You've been pushing through, persevering. This is about overcoming those obstacles. So I feel like the blockage here though is just toxicity. This could be negative habits. It could be a negative environment. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you, whatever that toxicity is that is in your life. Is this a negative thought pattern? Are these, toxic attachments, toxic work environments? This could be a relationship that you're in. It could be family members, whatever it is for you. I feel like that's, you're not overcoming these because of the toxicity that you're in. And that makes it more difficult to overcome obstacles and challenges when you have something toxic in your life. And that could be you yourself causing the toxicity, or it could be in the environment. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. So in the recent past, we have the Page of Swords here. So the Page of Swords is about, it's like a curiosity, can be about clarity, messages. So I feel like maybe you've gained some clarity, and you've gained, like, it's also about like seeing things from a different perspective here. So maybe you've gained some clarity on where it is how to, overcome these obstacles, or, you've gained some clarity here on how to move forward, and how to maybe communicate that even. So your higher self or your subconscious, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is, she's very independent, very, um, it's all about communication, clarity. She also has like her boundaries up. This is about boundaries. She's got that sword up, like she has her hand out ready to receive, but she's also got her sword up. So she has her boundaries intact here. She's very independent, um, very decisive, but it's also about like gaining some clarity. So this could be you gaining clarity on whatever situation this is, this toxicity. And, maybe this is you receiving messages from spirit, or, just getting some knowledge here about this clarity and how to move forward in this. So in the near future, we have, excuse me, in the near future, we have the Seven of Wands, which is about standing up for what you believe in. Again, persevering, pushing through things. It is about determination and protecting yourself here. So I definitely feel like you are pushing through this. You're going to continue to, stand up for yourself, push through these obstacles, whatever they may be. And your advice from Spirit here is the Emperor. And the Emperor is an Aries sign, but it's also, or it's Aries energy, but it's also about like taking leadership and taking control. He is very, he's all about like control, and he's very focused and disciplined here. I feel like this is Spirit just telling you to take control of the situation, step into that leadership, be confident, and, focus on how to overcome these obstacles, basically. Keep your boundaries, keep co-creating with the universe, stay emotionally balanced here. In your environment, the influence here is Justice. This is Libra energy. So you could be dealing with a Libra, but it doesn't have to be. This is just about like karma, and like this could be about your good karma coming in, but he also has the scales here, which is about balance. So I feel like your environment things are balancing out right now for you. Things are, balanced and fair. They're coming into balance and fairness for you. You're just, kind of dealing with this last little bit of energy, because the Nine of Wands is right before the 10 of Wands. Like it's just that last little bit that you're dealing with, and then you just have to push through those obstacles, which I get is easier said than done. But you're right at the end of that. Like you're almost done with this. So your hopes and fears, we have the King of Wands. This is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't mean that you're calling in a fire sign. It could be, but this is, with your hopes and fears, I feel like you are, this is like an entrepreneur type of energy. He is a visionary. It's about seeing things from a bigger picture here. So I feel like you are, stepping into this fiery energy, this bold, optimistic type of energy. And again, seeing things from a bigger picture here. But you're definitely, you're wanting to kind of have that ambition, have that determination, and that optimism. And the overall outcome, we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is like traditions, beliefs. It is about like a job. It could be about, like corporate America. It's also about like lessons and teaching. It's also about like religions, your beliefs, your belief systems, your knowledge. But it's also like, following like a spiritual path, and maybe a more traditional path or a less traditional path. But you could be, focusing on stepping into like a spiritual path here. Maybe those are the obstacles that you are trying to overcome here, trying to co-create with Spirit and follow more of a spiritual path. Let's see. What does Capricorn not see coming here, Spirit? Wow. Okay. You got 3 major arcana here. So you have the Hermit, which is about like soul searching, self reflection. Again, it is about, that inner wisdom. So you could be going within here and finding the answers, but it's also like, he has like this star is in his lantern, which is like healing energy. And it is about like, it's an Aquarius energy. So um, the Hermit itself is Virgo energy, but then the star is Aquarius. But this could be about you. It could be about enlightenment too. Like again, with that spiritual path, the overall outcome. It could just be you soul searching and finding like your purpose here. And then we have the Chariot, and which is about like victory, and it's also about like that higher knowledge, And then you have the High Priestess here, which is higher purpose, higher knowledge. I feel like you're stepping more into spirituality. You could be stepping into some kind of like spiritual leadership here. But the Hermit is like that inner wisdom, and then you have the High Priestess, which is higher knowledge, and the Chariot is about focus, willpower, determination, but it's also about like that the higher knowledge, from higher realms like spirit. So I definitely feel like this is you kind of stepping into more of like your soul's purpose here, is what I'm trying to say. Because I mean, you've got the Hermit, which is inner knowledge, the Chariot, which is like a victory and moving forward with confidence and determination into trusting your intuition here and your higher knowledge, this inner wisdom. Yeah. So I really feel like this is about you kind of stepping more into your spirituality, your mission and purpose in life, whatever that is for you. But you're definitely overcoming some challenges here because you go through a lot of really rough challenges and this toxic energy when you are stepping into some type of spiritual leadership. So I definitely feel like that's what this is for you, Capricorn. What do they need to focus on? What are the actions and advice for Capricorn? We have the Judgment card, rebirth, leaving the past behind, new beginning. We have the Tower, change, and then the Page of Wands, like curiosity, adventure, excitement, new ideas. Yeah, I feel like this is just you needing to leave the past behind here. You've got changes. The Tower card is about like, sudden change, embracing change. You've definitely got a lot of that coming in here. And then this is about like new ideas, being excited, being enthusiastic, curious about things. But yeah, leave the past behind, step into a new beginning, and embrace the changes that are coming in here. This is really like a big reading for you. It's kind of like a big energy for you, but I really love it for you. You're just stepping into some type of soul purpose. Like you've been creating this, you've been ready for this, you've been creating this with spirit, and you're ready for it, and you're stepping into it. Outside forces, unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon, and you will be okay. Reflection, take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. Yeah, with that toxicity, that devil there. Like, what are the things that the challenges that you have faced, that you have overcome? Don't fall back into those patterns. It's a pretty big reading for you. Lots of major arcana, too. Let's feel for Capricorn spirit. Change. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of the outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. Yeah. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're getting into alignment here and aligning with your true self. Soar. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high. Choice. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. Time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone else's input, and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. And the time is now. Yeah. This is really amazing for you. Really big energy. You've definitely been through some difficult times, but you're overcoming those obstacles and you're definitely aligning with your purpose here. So I hope that this could help, Capricorn, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.